That's on me, man. That's on me. Hey, man, but I'm back. We're not gonna not finish the day after the draft recap. No, sir. Not happening. Come on back in, man. If at the very least, just to get to these super chats, I know Money Marv, Magic City Marv wanted to get on the horn. That's on me. Let me tell you why it's on me here in a second. Y'all want to know? See, my problem is I do a lot of things. I do a lot of things. I'm a graphic design, video edit. I got a lot of stuff pulled up, and I should have known better. I literally got Premiere Pro, Filmora, Streamlabs, Photoshop. I got it all up. Stupid me. Why would you have all that running at the same time? And yeah, man. Computer went to crap. I'll let y'all get back in here and we'll finish up the supers and wrap to y'all a little bit in the chat. But hey, I appreciate all. It was like 1,000 of y'all rock with me this morning in basically a general overview of the show where we talked about how the picks went down in the draft, some of my takeaways from the draft class, and we even touched on the running back room because Ezekiel Elliott is back. So look, I get it. We ain't gonna get a whole lot of people back up in here, but I don't want to finish off today's show on a bad note, man. So while we let a lot of people get back up in here, let's wrap to Magic City real quick. What's good, Marv?
What's up, family?
How you doing?
I'm doing good. Yeah, I like the draft. The draft was good. That was a Jimmy Johnson draft. Build the trenches, and they listen. About time. They didn't do the pretty boy stuff. The pretty boy been getting our butt been getting beat down.
I mean, they took a defensive tackle and a tight end last year. I wouldn't consider that pretty. And then a linebacker in the third round.
They put it wasn't about the tight end because you had to boot on, but it was the D tackle. You just gonna let him sit there. It's wasn't about him trying to make a deep tackle, a pass rusher.
Sure. But I'm just saying, what is so pretty about that draft? What is so pretty about taking the trenches the year before that? They want offensive line 2022 in the first round, and defensive line in 2022 in the second round. Then they want defensive line in 2023, tight end, and then they went offensive line, defensive line again. I don't think any of those drafts I would consider pretty.
No, but I'm saying, I hear the people talking about the halfback, and I'll tell you something. If you say me and you playing defense,
I'm getting old.
And the guy, the halfback that run a 4.5, 230, is running downhill at you every day, Royce, that we got, and then you put Zeke in doing the same thing, it's going to make it easy for Rico Dowdle, whoever will follow behind him. Because now they beat up. So if they do it that way, you run both of them big boys back to back, they beat up. Then you bring the little halfback in. Whoever gonna make it.
Here's my thing. I don't know if Royce makes it out. That's my issue because I just feel like politics may come into play here. But I think Royce has legitimate juice left because he hasn't had a lot of carries. But they just signed Zeke, who does the same thing, and Zeke is, trust and believe me, he's going to be their guy. So, I don't know if Royce.
How much did he sign for?
$2 million.
I'm talking about Reese.
Oh, Royce?
I
think vet minimum like 1 point something million. That's my only thing, Marv. Like,
that dude can run.
I like
the way he runs.
Me too. I think Royce Freeman makes sense as a power back in your stable. But you just signed Zeke now.
230?
I mean, you just signed Zeke. Rico's gonna get they love Rico. Unless Rico get hurt, he's gonna be on this team. Deuce is a pick. I think Lipke's going. I don't know if they carrying 5 running backs, man. So I think Royce is going to have to really show out.
Somebody's going to be on the special part. Well, like you said, there's going to be a lot of backs going to be on that practice squad. They're going to get picked up. Because ain't no team taking 4 halfbacks. Even Miami. Somebody about to lose a back.
Yo, Miami.
I'm telling you right now.
Miami, like, look, we want all the explosion. Jalen Wright in that offense, crazy.
Yeah, they about to lose it. Even, and then not Denver, Cleveland got like 5 D tackles. Somebody about to get kicked.
Oh, yeah,
I think one of them.
I think they go back into the well at defensive tackle when cuts start happening. Yeah. I would actually make calls now. Y'all know me. I was trying to get Campbell on this team. I would make calls now to some free agents, definitely veterans, because your room, it lacks that veteran leadership in there. You know, Hankins was that guy. You don't really have that guy.
And I like, I'm excited though. Now, this is going to help Dak Prescott a lot. So, oh my God. That pick the center.
What's going to help Dak is really honestly not, I know it's going to sound really weird. Dak would have did his thing from a throwing standpoint, in my opinion, whatever they threw out there. I just felt like that.
Uh-huh.
But what will help him is if they make a true commitment on the how in this run game, because now you're starting to get stronger, bigger up there. And I feel like Guyton's going to have to grow up fast, or he'll be a weak link in the run game. But I feel like with the people around him, he'll grow up fast enough to be respectable.
Oh, he's ready. He's practicing with Duke. Your boy Duke practicing with him right now. But another thing.
Or you can go ahead.
To let you know, Richardson, he's up to 329, and your boy Hoffman is at 322.
No, Hoffman ain't up to no 322, man.
Yeah,
no,
what they said, bro.
No, so this is let me give you the list of how small they were last year, and let me tell you why they went bigger. If you go look at, I don't know if you were here earlier in the show, they were building the O-line with size, right? And that's because you look at guys like Awesome Richards, Hoffman, who else was on the team? Willetsko, Josh Ball, all these guys were not only just weight-wise not big, they all last year came in at 308 Chuma, 302 Hoffman, Willetsko 305, Richards 307, Ball 305. These guys were small, right? And they played in that manner. These weren't dudes that were moving dudes like that. Hoffman may have a nasty demeanor, but he's not a people mover. He's a fighter. And you could put on 20 pounds in one offseason, which I find that hard to believe, but he has to learn how to play with that. Not Guyton, not BB, not Thomas. They know how to move 320 plus, 330 plus. So I think you see Mike Solari's fingerprints now really starting to be a part of this offensive line. Because if you go look back time at San Fran, Iapati, 331, Davis, 350, Davis, 323, Boone, 330. He likes big guys. And the dudes in Hoffman and Chuma, Willetsko and Richards and Ball, those guys ain't necessarily big dudes.
Oh, yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Yeah, I seen Richards.
Yeah, they're smaller. And I say smaller. I mean, 300 pounds ain't small, but they're not. Think about this for a second. Guyton, BB, and Thomas are rookies coming in at 320 plus, 330 plus, with the frame to add even more muscle, and they already know how to play with that size.
Yeah.
Remember Connor Williams? Connor Williams came in at like 295, and there's like, you need to put on some weight. And by like year 3, he put on respectable 315 plus weight, but he never got stronger. He just put on weight.
Yeah, you're right.
The play strength never caught up to it. Whereas I don't think you're gonna have to worry about that. Like even with Guyton Marv, who I don't believe is a driver, there's not many times you see a dude just powering through him. Because he's 6'7", 6'8", 320 plus. He's already has the size and the width and the mass to take on guys trying to run down his chest. It's to me.
And he got 3. Yeah, you're right. And he got 3 months to get stronger.
Right.
He said he got to work on his hands.
Yup. He definitely do. He definitely
do. Duke said he gonna work with his hands a lot. I like that. We got the like I say.
When did Duke say all this? I'm just curious.
They said it on when I was watching the show.
Okay, gotcha. I know somebody tweeted that he needed to work with him, and he was like, "Cash at me $500,000, and I go do it." but I know Guyton's gonna go work with Duke because that's just what these linemen do. Yeah.
But the like you say, BB, the guy was panicking. I did not want Philly to get BB.
Yeah, BB's a mother effer.
Please. And we got him. That was a steal of the draft. Oh, and then one more thing before I leave. The linebacker, y'all, they when I was watching on the 105, the draft, he was one of the best the top cover linebacker in the draft. And he's smart as hell. And he, like you said, that's what your boy Zimmer like.
BB crazy.
Zimmy love. You look at you, I'm excited. We finna you see what we did to Philly line last year, y'all. Now we got that big dude in the middle. Oh my God.
I know. I'm excited for BB in the middle, man.
Hey, I know the Philadelphia like, oh my God. Dak Prescott can eat a pork chop sandwich now and just eat.
Hey man, if we can tweak the how, you know, which I don't know if they will, because this to me screams, okay, we're a gap team, we're a gap, B gap run team. We just didn't have the personnel to do it. Now they do.
Now they do.
I wonder if they stick with it. But if they can fix the how, even with what they did last year, the run game should improve moving forward.
Oh man, excuse my French. That got fast as hell, man.
BB?
The little halfback we got. God damn.
Oh, Nate Pete, yeah.
4.31, and then they say 4.31, and then he jumped 11. I mean, he jumped almost 11 feet, I think, and he jumped 41 vertical.
Very, very athletic guy. We'll see him though. We'll see him at rookie minicamp, OTAs,
I want to
things
see
like
him
that.
champ. Hey, but they're gonna get another back though. But I'm glad that at least that's some, like you said, everybody gets excited. We want that speed. Everybody likes speed. So we got a 4.31 guy. We're gonna see what happens. But now, like you said, Deuce Vaughn in trouble because that dude get through the gap with that big offensive line. Oh my God, he's going to the house.
We'll see, Marv. We'll see, man.
We'll see. But like you said, in
closing, Marv. In closing.
In closing, I like the draft, and we finally got some construction workers instead of some
construction workers is crazy.
Instead of some dancers. So I'm happy.
Salute, man. That's Marv for you. Magic City. We got construction. I think I know what he's getting at. Bring the hard hats. That's the saying. That is, hey, you gotta bring a lunch pail with a hard hat. Yeah, I feel you. Let's get to some super chats on the way out. Again, we're in this part 2 of today's show. I didn't want to leave today's show without getting to the rest of getting to Marv really, and getting to the supers, and thanking y'all for being with us during the draft coverage. I don't know if it was a record on Vaches, but there's definitely a record here where we're in the sense of collectively between our two shows, our channels, 5,000 viewers were watching concurrently. And shouts out to y'all. Bomb Squad! Concurrently for a draft. I mean, that's just amazing. We're just little old watching Sky and Foots. Just little old us. Super chats.
Super chat.
Stargazer in the chat. She dropped 10. Appreciate you. Says, Sky, I wanted to call in, but the phones are closed. Yeah, that was a minute ago. I give this draft a solid A. Would have been an A+ if we got a running back. BB and Maris made the difference for me. Foots and Vach killed it. Thank you so much, Star. Yeah, this is a good draft. I'm not a big grade person. And those who have been here for years know that I don't do grades. I do ratings for each and every one of the draft picks, but I like the draft. I think it was a good draft, a good solid draft, a need draft, unfortunately, because you had a bunch of needs. But had they, came away with the running back, it would have been an even better draft. It wasn't a sexy draft in the sense of wide receiver and running back, and it wasn't that. But you came away with me, 2 starting offensive linemen of the future. I think you have your Mike of the future as well. And that day 3 was a bunch of upside picks. But Thomas, man, I like Thomas a lot. Still them boys.
Super chat.
Drop 5. He said, you, Foch, and Foots had me crying when we traded back in the first round and all of the guys we liked, Paul, started getting picked. And more Voch, because when that happened, see, I fully prepared that Barton was probably going to get picked. But it wasn't just Barton. I think Darius Robinson went, Jordan Morgan. So kind of the, oh wow, are we gonna get wiped here? And once Guyton it wasn't even really Guyton being on the board. Once it got to Buffalo, and Guyton hadn't been taken, I think we set it up. It's like, hey, let's go ahead and prepare for Guyton. Let's kind of talk about him because this feels like it's going to be Guyton, and it was. There's a lot of funny moments in that draft. Foots the King with his, but who was there for the? Hey, breaking news. Breaking news. The Cowboys are on the clock. We gotta help out Foots, y'all. Foots, we gotta help out Foots with the definition of breaking news. The breaking news was crazy. Because he did it twice. You know, the second time, I'm like, I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt because we got on his ass the first time. And he did it again. Breaking news. Dane Brugler likes our prospects. I love you, Foot. Josh Ford dropped 5. Breaking news, Josh Ford dropped 5.
Super chat.
And said, do they pull some political ish and put Micah back to linebacker so his contract gets based on linebacker position instead of defensive end? All the war calls when we did all the island names were amazing. So Josh, here's what's funny about that. If he were to go back to linebacker, but he still did a lot of pass rush things, people don't understand. By technicality, TJ Watt, Khalil Mack, these guys are designated as linebackers. And they're getting the bag. That's why if you look at the 5th year option, I think it was, linebacker is higher than defensive end. Might even be the tag too. But nonetheless, if he were to move back to linebacker, I don't care honestly if he moves to safety. He's going to garner the bag anyway. So if this was 2002, 5 or something like that, maybe if they moved him back full time and he was 95% playing off ball, wasn't blitzing a whole lot, yeah, they probably can get away with it, but it's not happening. You move him back off ball and you don't allow him to rush the passer a lot, you're making your team worse, in my opinion. Aaron
Super chat.
Drop 5 and says signing Zeke in a shotgun offense will look like old Eddie George. You brought that up with, I forget who else it was. Maybe, did you say that about Henry? Maybe. Old Eddie George when he came to play for the Cowboys at the end of his career, negative runs. Yeah, I hope we kind of massage the how in this situation. I truly do. The only thing is offensive line should be better at run blocking, so a little bit more holes should be opened up there. But man, yeah, old Zeke, kind of worn down Zeke. This specific scheme is not. This ain't him, man. And maybe they go back to doing some of the things that worked with Zeke a while ago. But Zeke shouldn't be your focal point anyway. I think the focus should be on a productive running scheme that can build throughout the season. So once you get to the playoffs, you know, we're not looking at this Zeke or Pollard or anybody that's running the ball. 3-7, 2-1, 3-6, 2-6, 2-6, 3-5, 2-4. Yeah, we don't want that. Once we get back to the playoffs, you don't want that. I think that's it right there. Let me do one more refresh. Yep. Man, great stuff today. Good calls. Y'all are excellent in the chat. tomorrow we start the full breakdown of this draft class. Now, we gotta let this thing marinate now. I'm not gonna be breaking down, all of them in one day. Tomorrow we start the Rating the Draft series with Tyler Guyton. And what I love about this series is that we do a super deep dive on each draft pick, backgrounds, all of that. Film, numbers, we do it all. And obviously we do it in a Skywalker production type of way. So if you are new here and you haven't seen our Rating the Draft series, it's only going to continue to get better. Tomorrow we start with Guyton, like I said, and then we'll do Nealon probably Thursday. And then next week we'll probably get back to it with BB and Maris Leofow and so forth and so on. We'll have rookie mini camps very shortly. I don't know what the date is. It might be next week or the following. And in between all that, we still discuss whatever's happening around the Cowboys. So we back full time thanks to the draft. And I'm excited for it, man. Really, really excited for this. Now, this is my favorite time. I know a lot of people, their favorite time is the actual draft. For me, it's when the Cowboys pick their guys and we got a collection of 8 dudes. We can look at the fits. Eventually, especially during that downtime, we'll do our state of the unit after we get some OTAs and mini camps going and rookie mini camps. We'll take a collective look at the whole position unit. It's up from here. Don't get it twisted. I've purposefully built, my show to be able to sustain certain parts of the off season and give you guys some quality content. So if you were here during draft season, don't go anywhere. It's only going to get better, in my opinion. Only. The draft season is fun, it's cool and everything, but this is better than me because you got your guys you can hone in on as opposed to 250 people and you're only going to select 8 of them. And 9 times out of 10, you're only going to take a couple of those 250 that you might even talked about. So this is my favorite part, and I'm going to make sure I pour that passion out through my work. All right. With that said, tomorrow, come on back. We are live. We're going to continue to break down this thing, starting with Tyler Guyton.
Push the goddamn button. Push the goddamn button.
My bad. I didn't mean to cut this thing off so quick like that with the previous stream, but y'all came back and I really thank y'all for that. Thank you, DB. See y'all tomorrow, man. Love you. We do a UDFA every day, Corey. UDFA Spotlight. It's in the roundup every day. So we got it all covered, baby.
Squad!